Welcome back to part two here, Made TV. We're outside the stadium at the end of the game. I know it's probably not going to make sense, but it is the end of the game now because I've just caught these guys. Been looking for them. They've been shouting and chanting up in the director's box. Directors of Halifax, Tony Abbott and Ian Crode. What a win!
Awesome, just awesome.
Now
I think it was 17 years coming.
17 years. And
17 years.
Richard Marshall was actually in the team that beat Bradford.
Honestly?
Yeah, with Carl Harrison.
Fantastic, Carl.
Sorry, Carl.
Now, I know you two guys really well. You've put so much time, effort and money into this club, and do you finally see now with the change of structure there could be a reward at the end of it for you?
Absolutely. It's a massive opportunity for the club. We're just made up. We can go higher. We can put the club back on its feet.
All we asked the RFL to do was to give us a chance a couple of seasons ago, and the restructure's given us that. And I think that's 9 unbeaten now going into Super 8. So we're just made up.
Now the Super 8, it's a real, every minute does matter now for Rugby League, and it's a great restructure, great programme I think the RFL have come up with. Can you actually see a team from the Championship getting up to Super League this season?
Possibly.
And more importantly, because today, to be honest, the intensity Halifax played with, outstanding. Super League intensity, that were a Super League quality game. If Halifax got there, would you be ready? That's the thing. Because it's such a disparity between, obviously, part-time, as you are now, going to a full-time environment and all that money.
I'll answer that. What a lovely problem to have. What a lovely problem to have. We'll have to work butts off behind the scenes to make it happen. But the guys are doing a great job. I said this morning on one of my posts on Facebook, everyone's worked so hard for today, and to get the result. And so if we got that opportunity, it wouldn't be a problem. We just have to work harder.
True. Richard Marshall's done an unbelievable job for his first head coach role. Now finishing fourth, I said it was like a miracle last week on Twitter.
We finished third, haven't we?
You might have finished third, yeah. Finishing third, bigger miracle because of what the other teams have spent and the fact that there's 4 full-time teams in the division.
Yeah, and our budget is not the largest budget in the world. I think this year we invested in the coach and the coaching staff.
Yeah.
And I think that's paid dividends. It's not all about the players, it's about the whole structure.
Boys, well, we'll be back down here for a Super 8 game. Absolutely made up for you. Fantastic.
Time for a beer.
Last but not least, Tony, a subject that's been really close to your heart is the tragic loss of Danny Jones this year.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's one of them things that you remember where you were when you found out. And I spoke to Ian, I spoke to the rest of the guys behind the scene and said, right, what are we going to do? So the day after Super League Grand Final on the Sunday, we've got a game down here at the Shea. Yeah. We've got a Danny Jones 11, Halifax 13. Sorry.
Football.
Jesus. I'm ready for that beer. Versus a Rest of the World 13. We've got 13 players already confirmed for the Rest of the World, so I think we're going to be ready in the next week to announce it. Some big stuff going on, and a couple of yeses in the right direction. It could be something really spectacular. Yeah,
it's going to be a great day for all the fans from the whole Rugby League community to come together. If you're not going to the grand final, if you are going to the grand final, the day after, get yourself down here the Shea. You've seen the atmosphere today. It's a fantastic place to watch Rugby League and come and support Danny Jones and his family and the club giving back to Rugby League. Right now, we're going to go back to the studio with Keith Carlisle, Keith Senior, who will probably be a bit gutted today.
Sorry, Keith.
Catch you back in the studio. Keith, now, we were involved in a great competition last week with the Danny Jones Memorial Trophy set up by Jermaine Ray, who was Danny's teammate, friend and colleague at work, both worked together scaffolding. Now, obviously, a really sad time for Keith Lee and the whole of Rugby League with Danny passing, but it was great that the Rugby League family came together for him.
Yeah, it was really good, to see all the young kids playing, and obviously all the parents there as well, and all the fundraisers that were going on. It were a great day, and obviously the weather was nice as well, so I think that made it even better. But like I say, I don't know how much they raised, but I guess they raised quite a lot of money that day.
East Leeds raised $2,500 for the Danny Jones Memorial Trust. Fantastic work by the club, by Laura Taylor, Leanne Milburn, obviously Jermaine Ray, especially those three. They put a lot of time and effort in. Your young team were playing. You're coaching Fev Lions under 9s.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, it's I've been coaching them now since I think they're around 5 or 6 years old. So
fantastic.
Yeah, so it's good to see them growing up and like turning into little rugby players. Really, there was some great talent on show that day. Obviously Milford and East Leeds in the final. I think it was like a grand final, you know, all the crowd were getting up for it, and I think you were doing some footage there, weren't you, know, of the final, so it was good to see our little lad having a run out as well.
Yeah, my young un plays for East Leeds, champs.
Yeah, they won it, yeah.
He'd only just got back from holiday though, so he only had played a few minutes, didn't play long. But you had a couple of really outstanding players, I noticed, for Fev Lions. Who were the kid who was scoring all the tries?
That was Fletcher Rooney, it's Jamie Rooney's son, yeah.
Great player.
Yeah, I think he's scored 24 tries in the last 5 games, like, so he's he's got a bit of flair about him, and he's one to watch for the future.
Killer's kid, Jermaine Ray, who you mentioned last year, guess how many tries he scored this year?
Oh, he scored plenty, because I remember him from the Rhinos Challenge last year, and he's a rapid kid. He's definitely going to be a talent.
Mate, I think he's up near 80 now. Kai Taylor Ray, watch out for that name. He will be a top player.
I know every time we play East Leeds, obviously Fletcher, like he's East Leeds' fastest player, and so they always have a good battle, and you know they're both ones to watch for the future, I reckon.
Definitely. Right, let's go over now to East Leeds to see Killer. Alex Rowe as well were there. We had a chat with him, Batley's finest, and let's go check these guys out and see how the kids got on in the very first Danny Jones Memorial Trophy. Right down at the East Leeds Family Fun Day, all in aid of Danny Jones, and I'm here with Jermaine Ray, the man, Danny's ex-teammate, who put all this together. What kind of a bloke was Danny?
Danny was a special bloke. He wasn't just a teammate, he was a family member in terms of he just looked after me. We worked together, we played together, and in general, he wasn't just my captain on the field. He was probably my best mate off the field, and then 5 years at Keighley.
Must have been really tough when you heard the news about Danny's passing, but it's great that the Rugby League families come together for Lizzie, for the kids, and putting loads of events on. And this is something that you've arranged for Danny. Tell us a bit about today.
Today, well, it goes back to the day I found out on it about him dying on that Sunday down in London. That night was just a bad, sad night for me. And I woke up in the morning thinking, what could I do to give something back to Lizzie, the twins, and not so Danny, my best mate. And that is, I thought Danny Jones Never Forgotten tournament, and it were a family event where 8 teams in 2 groups can come down to this event, bouncy castle, tombola, and just give something back to Danny in his memory, make it a good family experience and a good laugh.
It's great, the East Leeds club. Our 2 kids play for East Leeds. They've got a great team. Look, into the semi-finals already. Are you confident of a win for East Leeds?
I'm always confident. I'm a winner in my heart. And that's it.
Now, some great clubs come down today. Do you want to run off some of the clubs, the under-9s clubs that have come down to be a part of this great event?
Yeah, well, we went to Butlins not so recently, and I saw Birkinshaw play Milford, running really close. I think Milford beat him 1-0 after extra time of playing 2 halves. So I thought straight away they were one of my teams. Kipperks, strong team in this league. Fev Lions, Jamie Rooney's son plays in the same team, so straight away I thought of him. And then Ovenden, Danny, that's where he got signed from to go to Halifax. So I got Ovenden, and then I hadn't played Lotley, and I just thought it would be a good test for the team to see what they are actually like.
It's great to see some of the junior clubs come together. We've got some footage from some of the games to play and look at who's going to win, but it's a great tournament, and I think there's a few lads down here. Keel Carlisle's son's playing for Fev Lions, so we'll have a chat with Keel as well.
Yeah, definitely. He's signed for Sheffield. I think he's trying to do my record of signing for every club in Super League and National Championship.
Jermaine, have a great day, mate. Top man.
No, thank you.
Right, the final is just about to kick off behind us. It's East Leeds versus Milford, local derby. We're going to get some footage. I've just grabbed, we've got a bee right here in front of us. We've got the final is going to kick off just behind us. It's East Leeds versus Milford. We'll get some footage. I'm just here with the Batley captain, Alex Rowe.
No captain.
The captain, the leader of Batley, Alex Rowe. Alex, how's your season been so far?
It's been a bit up and down, to be fair. We've been going well against big teams and then losing against the poorer teams. Middleweights is a big achievement, trying to get to as far as the like final or something like that, really.
It's great for these kids down here today playing Junior Rugby League, celebrating it for Danny Jones in the Memorial event. What do you remember at Junior Rugby? Because you started down in London.
Yeah, it was obviously it was a big.
Milford scoring their first try.
It was a big rugby union community where I grew up. Went through rugby union to about 10, 11. Got picked up from Broncos and went through there. Obviously got from Castleford and then lived up north ever since. It's been fantastic, really.
And now you're with James Brown, the Batley's finest. You enjoyed your time at Batley?
Yeah, it's been fantastic. It's a really good community, a good club to play for, and I really like to stay, to be fair.
It's great how the rugby league community's got together for Danny Jones as well and the family.
Yeah, I've obviously tried to ask a few people that's involved that I know to get a few tops and stuff for this and to raise a bit of cash. I didn't know him personally, but I played against him and he was a great player. Obviously thought of really highly in the community because everybody speaks highly about him and it was a good cause.
Right, let's go see how the final unfolds to see who's the champions of the first year, the Danny Jones Memorial event.
There comes a time in your life. Has anyone ever said that to you?
There comes a time in your life.
What you need to realise is
your whole life is the time.
not 1 minute,
Not 1 hour.
or 1 day. Your whole life is the time.
So you may think that a chance is gone.
You may think that a season is over, but it's not.
As long as you've got air in your lungs,
Dreams in your mind.
And a mate by your side.
tu as du temps dans ta vie.
Every morning you wake is the time.
Every field you run onto is the time.
Every song you sing,
Every tackle you make, every breath you hold.
Every opponent you face is the time.
and the secret is to exist in all of these moments,
Be it in the qualifiers, the ecstasy of promotion,
or the agony of relegation.
be it the Super 8s, the chance of making the first utility, Super League, Grand Final.
That's the beauty of life.
That's why you love the game. So every player, every supporter, every rugby league fan.
What we need to realise is we still have everything to play for.
Because every minute matters.